if I was in HR, I would not be here, or I would not be here speaking with you because that role has changed me.
I mean, I haven't seen this kind of culture anywhere else before. I've worked like three more companies, but really proud of it.
Because we didn't have any experience, like prior experience, not even internship experience. Every single thing was provided to us, and there were some training buddies that were assigned to us. So I won't say it was difficult at all, because whenever we needed any help, we just used to message, and they would provide us. As a lifesaver for me, because I'm a mother. I have a 4-year-old daughter, and I started working when she was 1.5 years. I was there in MTO for 2 months, and then I got promoted to CS coordinator. Then in 2 months again, I was promoted to client success manager. And from there, and now I am senior client success manager. So it's been quite a journey.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of, this time it's not a VA, it's a CSM, and you all know her pretty well. Welcome to the show, Sidra.
Thank you so much.
Let's start with the boring stuff. Let's start with where you're from and what's your educational background, and then we'll come to the real stuff.
Okay, so I am from Karachi. I did my master's in 2023 while working on this job. I did my master's in marketing, basically, and I have been in RepStack for 2.5 years now.
Nice. So marketing, but your role is more of a project manager, isn't it?
Yeah, it's more of like project manager.
Did you ever think that should I go for project management or marketing? Why was it marketing?
I actually started, my bachelor's the majors were in HR, and then I shifted to marketing because HR was just getting very dry for me. Then I shifted to marketing, and I think every single major or every single field has given me one or two lessons that I do apply it over here as well. For a client success manager, it's like a very diverse role. It doesn't matter that whichever background you are from, but you need to have knowledge of every single service. Like over here, we have our services. So it's very important that we have knowledge about every service. And that marketing stuff do actually help me out over here. Yeah.
It's a marketing company. At
Yeah,
the end
exactly.
Of the day.
We are targeting marketing agencies.
Yeah, I think when you spoke about it, I think you guys do sales.
Yeah.
You guys do marketing. You guys do project management. So it's a very diverse role.
Yeah, it is. Being a client success manager doesn't mean that you need to be mastered in just account management. It means that whatever the service is, like over here, we have 4 roles. So I should know all the tools that, we use. So only if I know, I can have a better suggestion for my clients or my associate. So it's not like I have to be just a very good account manager, but I have to be everything that we provide.
And every 4 roles, I think out of those 4 roles, there are other sub roles as well.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like SEO, content, CRM. So I have to make sure, or my CSM have to make sure that we have knowledge or know-how about every single role that we provide.
We will come to your role and day-to-day, how does that work? But so how did you end up at RepStack? How did you join RepStack? Where did you hear
So
about
it's
it from?
actually a very funny story. I would say a very nice story as well. Initially, after my bachelor's, I did apply for HR intern, but I was rejected.
Oh.
Because of my internet, and there were some other factors. And again, after a year, I apply again for you guys started a program called RepStarter. That was for the newly graduate without any experience. So I didn't have any experience before. This is my first ever corporate job. So I did apply it. I was like, okay, just give it a shot. Though I have been rejected before, but I applied. And I got selected, and that was the first batch, basically. So there were 5 people, and it was one of them was me, and then they hired me as an MTO because there was a requirement. Basically, I got my trainings in marketing in that RepStarter program. So I was getting paid to get trained, basically, by RepStack. But then they said that, okay, we think that you would be a really good account manager, and we have an opening. So how about you just go ahead with that? And I just wanted to go with the flow. Before that, I didn't know that what an account manager was. Account was related to finance in my head before coming to RepStack.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I just went with the flow, and that was the best decision, I believe.
I think sometimes these things, you think that this is not in my favor, but sometimes being rejected from HR wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it was actually really good because I think if I was in HR, I would not be here, or I would not be here speaking with you because that role has changed me.
Yeah, and of course, and then once you get into the role, you realize how it's working. And you joined the MT. Now it's called the MTO program that we're still running. I think
Yeah.
something similar. From there, did you go to RSA or you just moved directly here?
No, I was there for a month. We were taking training. So it was not like MTO or internship program. It was more of they were keeping a check on us. We were in RSA, but that was a separate room for rep starters only because we didn't have any experience, like prior experience, not even internship experience. We were getting trained. There were trainings that there were paid training that we were supposed to take. Then we had like certain assignments that we have to submit, and then at the end of every day, we used to have end of day meeting, and we have designated moderators that would come to our room and they would tell us that, okay, you did a good job or not, and what's the progress and all of that. For MTO, they actually take you in account and then they go and you're doing the practical work. Over here for RepStarter, we were just having the trainings and we were doing all the assignments, just getting our self trained in a much better way.
Okay. And once you were trained enough, how did you get this CSM role? Were you offered, or you wanted to be a CSM or something?
It was like that I did all my trainings in marketing, like I mentioned. But then they said, okay, we don't have any opening in marketing. We were 5 people, and they said you did a very good job in all the training. Like you were on track, and all the Loom videos and all the assignments that I submitted were actually on point. So they said, we would like you to join us, but we don't have any position open right now in marketing department. So how about, and also they mentioned that looking at your assignments and looking at your Looms, we also feel that you would be, the RSA actually told me that you would be a very good account manager and you would fit in that role. I said, okay. Then I got my interview done again for client success department. And then from there, Maham, yeah, she's still my manager. Yeah. There I was in MTO. I was there in MTO for 2 months. And then I got promoted to CS coordinator. And then in 2 months again, I was promoted to client success manager. And from there, and now I am senior client success manager. So it's been quite a journey. Before
getting any further, tell me how difficult was that 1 month when you started, and were you trained like very exuberantly, like really hands-on everything, and how did you manage? You would search the YouTube videos for the tasks and all?
No, so every single thing was provided to us, and there were some training buddies that were assigned to us. So I won't say it was difficult at all because whenever we needed any help, we just used to message and they would provide us help. A person that is particularly they have taken the training or is previously trained or is working on a client, they would come and teach us or train us that this is how it's done and all of that stuff. So we won't have to go to YouTube or anything like that. Every single thing was provided to on LMS, and we were all trained on that.
Nice. I think one thing that has been really common with every podcast that I've done is that this helping out culture.
Yeah,
I think this is really big, and we take pride in it. I think everybody wants to help the other. I haven't seen this kind of culture anywhere else before. I've worked like 3 more companies, but really proud of it. And thanks to you guys. Of course, now you're in the shoes to help others.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So tell us about your role. How does your day start, and how do you cope with different clients? Of course, they're all from US and then with a different cultural background. How do you cope with that?
My day starts with we have our daily stand up that is internal with the CS team. That is basically, I would say, it's an energy booster for us. We discuss our updates, we discuss if we have any problems that's coming in. So, and that is what we will be working throughout the day. Then I do have my feedback calls with the clients, also with the associates. So that is all scheduled on my calendar. And then I start taking them. So if anything comes in between, I do take that as well. But if I talk about the role, I think many people have this idea that it's just about checking in with the associate or checking in with the client. But many people do miss out that how it is important that we are proactively aligning the client goals with our services. In our case, it's associates. And also to make sure that we are providing them the results and also solving the problems that at times the client doesn't even know that they exist. So taking those problems out and solving them with the help of our associates. So it's more of having that, what I can say is that driving measurable results. That is one thing that is what is related to our role. And also maintaining long-term relationships so that our satisfied client becomes our loyal clients as well. So that is one thing that many people do confuse, that it's just about checking in with the clients and associate, but it is more of like strategic thinking that goes behind by before going to on any of the call, be it with the associate or be it with the client.
And I think you're the first one who takes the bullet once if the client is leaving as well.
Yeah.
So all
yeah,
that
it is.
stress, of course.
Even if we are on a 2-hour call or even if we are on a 1-hour call, it has to be productive. It's just productive talking. We can't just sit back and relax and just listen. Yeah, we have to listen, but then we have to again answer those things as well, and in a way that okay, the client is also adding value to what he's come for. Basically, he has come.
Because we've seen even the clients who've been with us for 2 years and then suddenly leaving. And then we've seen clients who were leaving in 5 days and not leaving for 2 years. So that's pretty common. And I think the credit goes to you guys and your team as well. Tell us a little bit about your work-life balance. How do you do that? You work from home, so do you have a special room where you sit and you have your workplace, or you work from anywhere?
I would say work from home is a lifesaver for me because I'm a mother. I have a 4-year-old daughter and I started working when she was 1.5 year. So I have a workstation that is set up in her room basically. So I can just keep an eye on her when she's playing. She's just behind me playing every time I am doing meeting. And she's just so used to it. She knows that she doesn't have to make so much noise because I'm in a meeting. I have her room. I have set up my table especially over there so that I can keep an eye on her working and all. Work-life balance, I would say I'm trying to do it, but it's going pretty well. I don't get enough sleep because my daughter goes to school, so I sleep around like 3:30 at night and then wake up at 8 in the morning, but then sleep again. Then I try to go to gym at time so that I can have that particular time for myself. And then it goes around, just revolves around my daughter. So I have some designated hours for her that, okay, when she's coming back from school, that's the whole time. Till the time my work starts, it's going to be hers. And on weekends, it's just family days. So this is how I try to manage. And the 8 hours that I have to give, that is for my work only. I take 1 hour break in between, and that is when I give her food and everything. So it's pretty manageable. And she's so used to it that, and also I have a very supportive family, mashallah, alhamdulillah. So that also really helps.
I think even if you do a 9 to 5, I think this time would be more supportive for you. Because
it is.
9 to 5, then you're in the office. So that's the main challenge with the 9 to 5. But I'm glad that you're coping with it. Tell us a little bit about your relationship with the associates. How does that work? It's difficult to manage them, or how do you help them out, and how do you keep that in a balance?
Okay, so the relationship actually starts before even the onboarding with the associate, especially because they need to know that we are going to be there for them. The CSM is going to be there. They are going to have their back, especially for me. This is how I work. That before the onboarding, I have a pre-onboarding call with my associate just to get to know them, and they should also get to know me, that how long I've been working and all of that. And I make sure that they all are coming from different mindset, different cultures, different parts of the country. But the one thing that I make sure that they know, that I'm always going to have your back, but still, if there's something wrong that you have done, you have to come to me directly first thing, and then you have to go and mention it to your client as well. But you have to keep me in the loop as well so that I can help you. Transparency is like number one thing that I actually religiously follow. That I'm not going to hide anything from my associate or with my client as well. Maybe I'm going to say it in a very different way, but I am going to let you know that this is something that you have done wrong. And the one thing that I also follow is that I work with proofs. If you have done anything right, and if the client is saying no, you haven't, come with the proofs. Show me the sheets or show me the work that you have prepared. So they are pretty much understandable, that they're like, okay, yeah, we get it. So I literally have the best team, I would say, because they know that Sidra is going to be there for us, and if we are wrong, she is going to be also letting us know that this is something that you have done wrong, and these are the consequences. So the relationship starts from the beginning and it goes till the end. Even I have the associates that reach out to me even right now. Even they are not part of RepStack. They are working on different companies and different jobs, and they come to me and they're like, I don't know how to deal with this, and what do you think? They ask for my opinion. So I think this is the relationship that I have built with them, It's personal as well as professional. So they know that if there's something wrong, it is going to come to them. But if there's something right, I'll be the first one to standing up for them and cheering for them.
Awesome. Awesome. Last thing, tell us what do you suggest to people who are starting off their careers in digital marketing or starting off their careers with RepStack?
I would say you are going to come to the best place. It has turned out to be the best ever decision for me. But the culture over here is like, I can vouch for it. It's 100% the best one out there. When I was joining, people used to say the corporate life is very politics and all of that. But my team, the CS team that I have, they are so supportive that as a working mother, I know that there are a lot of difficult situations that I go into. At any point of time, my daughter gets sick and I have to run to the hospital. So I know that I have people that will cover up for me. And similarly, for anyone starting here, that you would know that there will be people that will be helping you out. But it's just that you need to come and you have to give your 100%. If you're providing results, at the end, it's all about results. If you're providing good results, and also there was one thing that one of my clients mentioned, that you keep your associates happy and that is why they keep us happy. And that actually stuck with me. That's so true, that if RepStack is keeping the associates happy, or if we are as a manager are keeping our associates happy, only then they can keep their clients happy. And it goes around that if the client is happy, it's good for us. It's just, and for anyone else, just take risk but give your 100%. And if there's something that you feel that you could have done better or you could improve, so just talk it out. Rather than trying to, it's good that you're trying to solve it, but just keep someone in loop so that they can help you with more support or facilitate you, because we have a whole support system with us. So they can help you out with that.
Awesome. Pleasure talking to you, Sidra. And hopefully you'll keep succeeding in life and at RepStack, definitely. Everybody who comes to my podcast gets this. So this is your Yeti bottle.
Thank you so much. I love this.
Thank you once
It's
again.
my gym board.
Oh, really? Yeah. You already have one?
Yeah, I have one.
Oh, nice.
But I'm happy to have another one. I don't mind.
You're the lucky one. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Yar. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.